This Sunday, will Josh Allen have more touchdowns or more turnovers against the Cowboys?
Well, Greeny, let's see.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Kill the video. Come out. Who wrote this question? Will Josh Allen have more turnovers or touchdowns? Are you kidding me? Lamar Jackson passing yards. Trevor Lawrence. This is Fink again. This is once again Fink, our coordinating producer, John Fink, who does not deserve to use his first name. He's simply Fink. He lives to be. This is a disrespectful question to the most disrespected star quarterback in the NFL. Will Josh Allen have more touchdowns or turnovers against the Cowboys? Go ahead, Mike T. Answer it.
Dan Quinn, 88 turnovers, 47 turnovers.
What?
Turnovers.
More turnovers? No. I was ready for this. From now on, for the rest of this show, you are going to have to hold the Josh Allen jersey. That's it. Mike T is holding the Josh Allen jersey. I had the Josh Allen jersey framed because I'm so tired of the disrespect. Let me bring Louis Riddick in with a little bit of sense.
Jerseys we got around.
Let's talk. We got jerseys for days up in here.
We got framers in the back.
Louis, help me. The voice of don't even you can't. You're not allowed to be seen. You will just be the jersey, and that's it. Louis, help me here. Josh Allen, is that a disrespectful question?
No.
It might be a disrespectful question.
Yes.
But I think it's a relevant question. I think it's a relevant question, though, especially when you're talking about who the quarterback who he's going up against in this football game, if you want to pick quarterbacks against one another, and that being Dak Prescott. Because when you look at the two guys and you look at the decisions that they make and the chances that they take within games and the way in which they both put the ball in harm's way, Josh puts the ball in harm's way at a much higher rate than what Dak Prescott does. When you're talking about decision-making and accuracy, Dak has it on lockdown right now. Actually, Dak and Brock Purdy have it on lockdown right now. As far as decision-making, not taking chances when you don't need to, and accuracy, seeing the field cleanly and making sure that they're putting the ball where they need to. Josh, we could go through every one of his interceptions. We could put an interception reel together, and we could put out at least 8 to 10 of them where you're sitting there going, dumb decision, bad decision, off-target throw, bad decision, shouldn't have tried to throw it in there. It's not all, well, it was the wide receiver's fault. Well, he's disrespected. Well, they don't run the ball. Well, Josh Allen has a great arm. Well, we're just unfairly critical. No, a lot of this
He's
is justified. It just is. That doesn't mean that the guy isn't a fantastic player. But his decision-making can and does and deserves to be scrutinized.
Louis, I love you, but if you were here, I would have to make you hold the jersey. Bart, let me come to you. In fact, I'd like you to address this to the jersey. Do you believe that the criticism of Josh Allen is unfair?
Dear Josh, now I think it's fairly warranted, but I tell you what, he reminds me a lot of Brett Favre. You remind me so much of Brett Favre. No risky, no bisky, but listen, you can go on stretches where you're the best football player in all the NFL. And I think this is the week, back against the wall, putting the team on your back with your legs and your arm. You may have a turnover, but that turnover is going to be forgotten because all the other great plays that you're going to make as you outduel the MVP front runner on the other side. Remind everybody that you're not new to this, you're true to this.
You got Buffalo this week? Give me the
I got Buffalo.
Give me the picks. No one else had the Bills earlier this. Oh, Tannenbaum, you stay behind that thing. No. You stay behind that thing. Oh, look at that. Bart is on the Bills.
This is freaking ridiculous.
What do you think? No, Tannenbaum, you stay behind the jersey.
I keep looking over here at this jersey.
You're going to be. We're talking to the jersey now.
Multiple things can be true. He's a tremendous player.
Right.
Anybody would take him on their team. He can do things that literally nobody else can with the football. He also turns it over a lot. That's all true.
Right.
And sometimes it costs them, and sometimes it doesn't. And right now their record is not what it's supposed to be. Is that all his fault? Of course not. Have the turnovers been part of it? Of course. They always are. What was the question? I didn't answer.
Or touchdowns or interceptions.
Oh, in this game? Touchdown.
Yeah, look, I mean, here's the point that I made last week. Look, here's the point I made last week. I understand that there have been problems, but if they don't have 12 men on the field on special teams against Denver, and their kicker could make one lousy kick against Philadelphia, all of a sudden, right now, that record says 9-4, and we are talking about Josh Allen as the MVP of the league.
Yeah, but we're not discussing that. We're talking about whether or not the criticism is unfair of him in terms of how he turns the football over. I agree with you there. I absolutely agree with you there. I absolutely agree. That's why I hate, QB wins as a stat, win-losses as a stat that are attached to quarterbacks. It's dumb. It's ridiculous because we know it's a team game, but we make it a team game right up until it isn't, right up until we need to hang it around someone's neck. And it's always about the quarterback. But
we'll leave it right there. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. I'm just trying to understand what was going on because I'm just looking at all of the comments that were going on before the show went on. I got all the lovely ladies in here. Angelica Barone was the first one here, and what does she wants to know, what does she win for being the first one here with the cutest puppies? I tell you, Angelica, you give it to us every week with those beautiful puppies. How are the puppies? Everybody here wants to know, how are the puppies? How are they doing? Shout out, of course, first to Angelica Barone, the first one in here. And then, of course, we've got Roland's Review. What's up, Stacy? How are you doing? I want to see who's your guest for Sunday. And then we got the Queen is here. The Queen that will break a foot off in your ass and also can do some incredible, incredible work with her sublimation printer. And then there's Regina Green, not Eagle Green. She's not Eagle Green. What's up, Regina? There's the lovely Linda. Linda, shout out to you for not being a cockroach, even though you're an Eagle fan. And we got the diva that is a Gina Dallas Diva, who shared the shit pic of Jalen Hurts that we don't know if is real or not, if he ended up having a boo-boo stain on his pants after the game. But I didn't want to go with it because I don't want to stain somebody's reputation that should or should not be stained. And then Holly Pierce. What's up, Holly? How are you doing? And I hope I didn't miss anybody. Did I miss anybody? I got Gina Dallas Diva, I got the Queen, Angelica Barone with the sweet puppies, of course, the very first one. Karen, what's up, Karen? Sorry about, I did see in there that you didn't had oral surgery and everything. Hope the face isn't too swollen up and the Novocaine's done worn off and that you're doing okay. I hope everybody's okay. It's been a crazy week here. And the weather report, let me get this out the way. I've been watching the weather since last Saturday. VZP, what's up, VZP in the house? Kellen Moore is acting... Kellen Moore. He was acting like an offensive coordinator, so it would be assumed that he'd be acting like a head coach. But no, he actually said, I don't want the interim job title because I don't want it to hurt my chances of becoming a head coach. Okay. And then there's Pamela Savage. Pamela, I put a video out for anybody who's interested in going to FedEx Field. I know it's a toxic waste dump. Make sure that you get your rabies shots as well as your, tetanus shot. Definitely get your tetanus shot because there's a lot of rust and shit and everything else and breaking down rails and things there. So you want to make sure that you are covered. And Rhonda, help me, Rhonda, whose day is not made until she gets a shout out from us. Shout out to Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Definitely check out her channel. But back to the Commanders. Because of popular demand, people want to know if we were going to be tailgating at FedEx. Now, after last year was hard. We had a game where the Cowboys had nothing to play for, and they ended up playing like they had nothing to play for. And the weather was cold.
Excuse me.
Are you ready? Okay. I don't know what happened to that clip, but evidently he wasn't ready. Skins fan, are you ready? Okay. I don't know what happened to that clip. That clip's messed up. Queen Bella, rabies shots. Queen Bella. I don't know what happened to. I guess that one's just been kind of worn out. Let me try another one real quick. So, I don't know about the rest of y'all, okay? In this sea of blue here, I need some burgundy meat. Okay? I want my pound of burgundy meat. Here is our sacrificial all day.
That's right. I'm over here. That's right.
Are you ready?
It's going down today, guys.
Are you ready?
It's going down today.
Oh, look. They travel in packs. Look, there's no strength in numbers over here, dog. There's no strength. Yeah. Oh, we everywhere. Okay, so are y'all ready? Hold it. Are you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. How about them Cowboys?
I'm telling y'all.
Yes, because of popular demand, we are going back to the toxic waste dump that is FedEx Field. Lady Libra in the house. What's up, Lady Libra? We have Eastside is back. Eastside, where have you been, buddy? We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks there, bro. We ain't seen you in a couple of weeks. And don't come in starting some shit now, Eastside. Eastside, seriously. Eastside. We can, you know what, Eastside, you can go ahead and go about your business, bro. You can go about your business. If that's all you got, we don't need you, bro. Well, you know, and I'm going to be the one to put you in timeout. How about that? Bam. So take your Texan whining ass the hell out, okay? Peace. Tetanus shot as well. So we're going to be tailgating at FedEx again. They haven't announced if it's going to be a 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, or an 8 o'clock game just yet. But we will be there 4 hours before before kickoff. There is a post in the community tab. There's also a video in there. If you go to the video, all of the contact information is there. There is Jed Pilgrim, who works for the Commanders. Basically, you're buying the tickets directly from the Commanders. There's no extra fee. It's $199, section 315. And the parking passes are $50. So we're going to be there. We're asking for donations to help cover the cost of food and stuff. We'll be doing the pulled pork. We'll be doing the Jobu wings. We'll have the 6-foot game day subs and everything else. We'll be there hanging out, having a ball, and hopefully we'll see you. I know Pamela Savage, she's going to be going with one of her friends and stuff, so definitely. I know E2 Blue said he's going to be there. DMV's going to be there. I'm not sure if Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction and Gina are going to be there, but we'll see. Tracy, my wife, and of course we'll actually have an Eagle fan and our friend Allie. Casey Stewart, what's up, Casey? The weather in Buffalo, I'm going to say, is a positive. They're calling for 48, 49 degrees, high temperature, low of 44. Buffalo, this time of year, that's freaking insane that's that warm. But it will be windy, 17-mile-an-hour winds with some gusts that may be up to 25. And it's possibility of light rain, but it's looking less and less like it's going to be very much rain at all. So Ruben Walls is buzzing like a bee. Bzzz, okay. So the weather, I would rather have light rain and 50 and windy than have 20 degrees and a blizzard. I'm just saying that ain't bad there, guys. And I'm going to be a little bit pissed off here tonight. Oh, hell no. Where's my song? Oh, damn. Look. Sorry, Lola. I'm burning for you. I'm sorry, Lola. I got in there thinking about the tailgate, and I miss seeing you, girl. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. You are an aggressive woman. Okay. I'm going to be a little pissed off here. I'm sitting here listening to people, especially Speak. I know I shouldn't listen to Speak. I know. But I'm just listening to him now, where they're now saying, well, Dak Prescott, he's the leader and the MVP because this year the whole quarterback situation is, it's not a good year for quarterback and quarterback play, because, so many quarterbacks are hurt. And, and it's going to be Dak is going to win it out of default. They can't ever just say, you know what, he's doing a good job. He's a leading candidate. He's having an outstanding year. They always have to preface it this shit. Like he's handicapped. Like he is getting special help or special treatment. Here's the thing. In 2021, Aaron Rodgers was the league MVP. Let me read you the statistics for Aaron Rodgers, okay? Now, I want you to understand, they were the number 1 seed in the NFL. This is a regular season award. They were 13-3, number 1 seed. Even though they lost their first playoff game against San Francisco, who we softened up before they played him. Aaron Rodgers had 1 touchdown pass in that playoff game. But be that as it may, it's a regular season award. That season, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, his numbers were insane, and we can't compare what Dak Prescott's doing right now. The projections have Dak Prescott with maybe 38 TDs and about 4,800 yards passing. I mean, 37 is his record for the Cowboys, the most TD passes in a year, 37. So he should break that. Joanne Gonzalez, what's up, JoJo? So he may break the Cowboys record, which he already owns, of 37, which he beat, of course, with Tony Romo, which had 36. Okay. But that's nothing in comparison to what Aaron Rodgers did. And, I have to agree with them because Aaron Rodgers, league MVP, 13-win season, had 4,115 yards. My God, that's a lot of yards. 4,115 yards. Oh, my God. But wait. It's unbelievable how many TD passes he had when he was league MVP because, as they said it, this is such a down year. They got to give it to somebody. Let's just give it to Dak. He had 37 TDs and 4 interceptions. You want to hear a crazy one? Yeah, I know you do. I know you want to hear some crazy shit here. This is actually really crazy because in that year where he won MVP with 37 touchdown passes, guess what? Would you believe that Rain Dakota Prescott, as well as Patty Mahomes, they both also had 37 TD passes. What? $37 TD passes, 4,115 yards, a 68 completion percentage, and a 111 rating. Mary, how you doing, Mary? Hope everybody's doing great. God bless all. God bless Mary. How are you doing? Shout out for being a member for 22 months. So now we're getting shade thrown. They're trying to convince you in your head that, Dak's really not deserving of it. It's not like what's done in the past. It's way down. But the next thing it says maybe we just shouldn't give away an MVP this year. maybe we just shouldn't give away an MVP. And here's where it's kind of crazy is the Dallas Cowboys this morning, it was hilarious to me because you remember a couple of weeks ago, it kept saying the Cowboys only beat bad teams. Oh, they haven't beat a team with a winning record. And I kind of pointed out, the Jets were 1-0 when we beat them the second week of the season. They were a winning team. So then you started hearing they aren't beating a team that's currently has a winning record. Oh, okay. So we beat Seattle, who was 6-5. It fit that narrative. Yeah, but, they no longer have a winning record, so they're really not that good. Okay, so we beat the Eagles, and guess what I heard today? Guess what I heard? Well, the Dallas Cowboys haven't beaten a winning team on the road. Seriously? Seriously. So my thing is okay, if we go to Buffalo on Sunday, and let's say we win. First of all, they're going to say, well, Buffalo, they're 7-7. They're not a winning team. They're not a winning team, even though they're the favored team. What it'll be is, well, they haven't beat a winning team on the road wearing their color rush jerseys. You know they're going to come up with something else. They will constantly come up with something else. Rich, if they're not moving the goalpost, I'm serious. It's crazy. And so here it is, that whole tirade, that bullshit tirade that Greeny is giving you, that the disrespect for Josh Allen. Wait a minute. You know what we have heard about Josh Allen? He's the cover boy for Madden. He has had 9 straight games with an interception. Hopefully it'll be 10 with the Cowboys. The longest streak since Peyton Manning back in 2015. He's got more turnovers than anybody since he came into the league. Carson Wentz is like, hey, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Mark, Pablo Singletary says he's missing merch. Pablo, email me, cowboysmark94@gmail, and we'll get it figured out. Lost in Translation podcast. Salute, Mark. Shout out to you too, buddy. But Pablo, cowboysmark94@gmail. Okay? We'll get you squared away. The Madden curse has, Raven S., the Madden curse had nothing to do with Josh Allen before. Josh Allen, I love how they say, well, he's like Brett Favre. And I love how Dan Urlowski now has gotten up on a soapbox and basically said, interceptions don't matter. We need to get off Josh Allen's back because he's a game changer. And I'm going to ask you this. What has Josh Allen done? Seriously. Are we literally saying that him going to one AFC championship game and losing means he's a great quarterback or a great team? I'm trying to understand this because they literally are saying, well, if the Buffalo Bills beat the Cowboys, something that everybody thought was going to happen all season long because it's in Buffalo in December and the Cowboys are warm weather team, he vaults to the head of the MVP race. It's like, wait a minute, hold it, wait, whoa. So you get a guy who the last 6 weeks has got 5 straight victories, almost had a victory over defending NFC East champion. NFC champion, right? That's got 2 interceptions and 23 touchdown passes and he might get one loss. And a guy who actually has had more interceptions than Tommy DeVito over the last 4 games and less TD passes, you're going to say he's now the MVP candidate, the head of the MVP? What about Lamar Jackson? Are we just going to what about Brock Purdy? You're going to say that this guy, whose team will be 7-7 now, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm sorry, I don't get you. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but that's some bullshit. Josh Allen has not done anything that you look at and say he's the most valuable guy in the NFL. Sorry. Brock Purdy over him any day of the week right now. Now, I will say Brock Purdy's got some incredible weapons that you really do look at him and say he's a game manager. I'm just going to put it out there. These ads suck. The ads are automatic by YouTube. You don't see me clicking anything. That's YouTube is saying we got to get our money to pay for having this stuff. But be that as it may, I apologize. I know, right? I just had to unskip ads, play right in the middle of Mark's live. I feel special when Queen Bella calls me Rhonda baby. 8-6 after Sunday. Well, we'll see. But I'm going to tell you what's interesting to me is I have my San Francisco nemesis, Jason. And I don't know if he's like Jason from Friday the 13th, but he's always bitch slapping me and telling me, stop enjoying shit and everything else. Cowboys still suck. And he was happy that we beat the Eagles so they could take over first place. And I want to read. I can't believe I read this correctly because, we're in second place right now. We got Buffalo, and as much as I'm talking shit about Josh Allen and the Bills, it's a road game, and the Cowboys don't play as well on the road. They just don't. We're not blaming you, Mark. Rhonda says YouTube Premium. I did get YouTube Premium. I just did, so that way it skips the ads and stuff. But how many Super Bowls did the Bills lose in a row? 4. Jason, what's up? Yes, they are. Okay. Now I forgot my train of thought. Oh, Jason. So, we all just assume that, San Francisco is going to win out, and Eagle fans are just assuming that, heck, we got Seattle, they're bums, they're not great. And they got, of course, the Giants twice, and they have the Cardinals. So, we're going to be 4-0, we're going to win the division, and everything's going to be good. That's what they're assuming. But Jason, surprisingly, I can't believe this is coming from a 49er fan that's been on the bandwagon and telling me that Dak sucks and he can't hold Brock Purdy's jockstrap. And he emailed me 3 hours ago and said, I have a real bad feeling about Sunday. Both starting Pro Bowl D tackles are out. The Cards are coming off a bye week. I don't want to hear shit about anyone having a tough schedule. The NFL effed us by giving us game versus 10 playoff teams and 5 games against teams coming off a bye. What a joke. Going to be close on Sunday. Kyler Murray is back. Kyler Murray is back. And probably fighting for his NFL roster spot on the Cardinals. I don't know. Or auditioning for somebody else. So he has something to play for. Mark Pinks wants to estimate from you to remodel. I'm not touching that. Eastside. So let me see if I got this right, Eastside. You're coming in here trying to mac on the women after you insulted me and my son. Do I have this? You know what, Eastside? Hey, Eastside. Eastside. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get me a sticker of you and take a colon test on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man.
There you go.
It's like, you like a born
Take your loser Texas ass out of here.
I think they hate, man. I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got 1 car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke, it ain't got nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah,
the real hating
that's
is
what real hating's all about. That's right. That's right, Eastside. Come on back in about 3 minutes, bro. And act like you got some sense. Tony Douglas, what's up? Kiwana Gibson, what's up? And I butchered your name, I know. I'm sorry. So the Eagles, turns out Geno is practicing. Geno's practicing. And they're playing for their playoff lives. They're in desperation mode, as are the Bills. And the Eagles, they're free falling. You got the coach basically saying they're tired. We're not making any changes. Everything's good here. You know, I kind of look at the coach right now. Remember the movie Titanic? You got the band there. They're playing as the water is coming up on their feet. Oh, everything's fine. We're unsinkable. There's the Niners cockroach. Buddy, I'm reading what one of your own has said. He's worried about this game against the Cardinals. If Geno plays, Eagles will lose. Well, they got an extra day of rest because the game's not till it's Monday. And so Geno has been practicing. He did lead, to take the number one reps. So it's pretty much looking like he is going to play as opposed to Drew Lock. So doesn't get any easier for the Eagles. And we had Philly 500 in here yesterday. And he is basically saying the whole organization stinks because the analytics department from Lurie's son and Howie Roseman are how they're coming up the game plan. Geno will, oh my God. Could you imagine if they did? So back to the Cowboys versus the Bills. The Bills are really beat up. Now, we don't have Hankins. We got Mozzie Smith. We've got Micah Parsons, kind of basically giving the pep speech. Vanessa Thomas, hello. How are you doing, Vanessa? Welcome to the chat. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Cowboys Mafia in the house. What's going on? 49 fans, hope you're enjoying your season Super Bowl. Would love to see your trophy and ring. See me week 17 when everybody is 0-0. Oh, damn. Linda giving them the heater. Get up his garbage show. What up, Mark? I hope you had a blessed day. Everybody go like the stream. Appreciate that. Unkeedle Doodle. Hope you're doing great. Hoping the Seahawks beat Philly, but any given Sunday. Alan Williams, you are 100% right about that. 11 from Heaven will sign Sunday. Now, we do have the Micah Parsons flu that's going around. Yes, we kick a natural born ass on Sunday, Jessica Haggerty. Jessica Haggerty in the house. What's up, Jessica? Didn't get you. The Bills are going down. They're going down for real. I hope they are. Oh, I hope they are. I want to be able to, on Sunday night and Monday, Mark, which link is Jed Pilgrim for tickets? The phone, on my phone. Okay, it's actually his phone number. Did I not put his phone number? Hold on, Jed. It's his phone number. Just text him. Let me just double check real quick, Pam. Because if I screwed that up, I don't want to screw the pooch. Let me go. Forgive me, guys. I got to make sure I get this right because it's read more. It's his phone number there. It's on there, Pamela. 301-276-6058. Text him and tell him your name and how many tickets and how many parking passes that you want, and he'll send you in your email address, and he'll send you an invoice from him. He'll send you an invoice for it, and he'll take care of getting that squared away right then and there. Okay. Holly, no, I did not see the argument, but, Keyshawn and, Richard Sherman are so super negative on the Cowboys, it's not even funny. And most of that stuff is actually done for drama. The whole Greeny here, the disrespect for Josh Allen. Josh Allen sucks. 49 fans, Purdy gets credit from me when he shows some toughness like Prescott and Hurts. They get knocked down and get back up. Shout out to, I love lovely Linda. Linda is cool people. Even though she's an Eagle fan, just like my friend upstairs, Allie, who's an Eagle fan, appreciate it. Here's the thing that's kind of funny. And I'm asking this question for a friend. We got Eagle fans in here. We got 49er haters that are in here and stuff. I'm going to ask a question because it doesn't seem right. Now, the Cowboys, we lost to the Cardinals, and we lost to San Francisco, and we lost to the Eagles. I get that. But we didn't lose any of those games in a row. The Eagles have now lost to the 49ers and the Cowboys back-to-back. Two teams that we think are good teams, right? That they're good teams. Both of us had a bye week, so I'm going to give the Eagles a little bit of a pass because they probably are more tired than the Cowboys and San Francisco. But we didn't lose any games back-to-back. 49ers, you guys lost 3 games in a row. But what I heard, and this is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off because it's football. Anybody can lose a game on any given Sunday. It's a fact. But when I hear about San Francisco lost those 3 games in a row, what I heard was, they lost Debo. Yeah, and they lost Trent Williams. Okay, and because I keep hearing people go back to the Arizona Cardinals game, right? Let's go back to the Cardinals game when the team was still working with a new offense. Forget that part of it. Forget that we weren't throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb on a regular, that Brandon Cooks was non-existent, okay? If you're going to use the excuse that the 49ers lost 3 games in a row because Debo was out and Trent Williams missed one of the games, then why the hell do we not get a pass when Zach Martin, who's one of the top 2 or 3 right guards in football, Biotish, who was a Pro Bowl center last year, and Tyron Smith, who's been an All-Pro, all 3 missed the game. And you didn't find out till Thursday that those guys weren't playing. Oh, mind you, Diggs ended up getting hurt too. Are you going to say that your injuries count, but ours don't? Seriously? Because we're still, the Cowboys, they lost to the Cardinals. Yeah? Cowboy. Oh, my God. This is crazy. I bet, let me say, shout out to you all. I bet I have the best ratio of guys to girls in the sports, in football. It has to be. I have so many wonderful, beautiful ladies in here. It's insane. And I love it. I love it. Shout out to the ladies in the place with the style and the grace. I appreciate all y'all. Hearing all kinds of excuses for Josh already. Yeah, they're sitting here talking about, Josh Allen's offensive line hasn't been good. And, the coach has had the whole 9/11 controversy here. They've had injuries and wide receivers are dropping the ball. Wait a minute, hold it. We had Noah Brown last year. Noah, a.k.a. Clifford Franklin. We didn't hear anything about that. And mind you, oh boy. Can we look back on Dak Prescott's career with a little revisionist history here for a second? Just a little bit here. Has anybody paid attention to the Chargers? Do you remember what was said when Kellen Moore was hired to be the offensive coordinator of the Chargers? I remember there was a Chargers blogger who did a video, oh my God, the genius of Kellen Moore. Let me show you some of the play imagination that he's got. I was like, bro, you just don't know. You just don't know. Because they took a quarterback that people keep talking and still want to say is a game changer in Justin Herbert and turned that offense into a 20-point a game average team. Seriously. What if in 2020, if when Mike McCarthy came in with his analytics, he could have said, Kellen Moore, I'm calling plays. We'll work this shit together, but I'm calling plays. If he had been able to. I know why he didn't. He couldn't. Because if he had and it failed, it would have been, see, we should have stuck with Kellen Moore. He had to let Kellen Moore hang himself. You ever notice how when people would say, after a bad game, Mike, you ever think about taking play calling duties, or why don't you call plays? He says, because the installer is the one who calls the plays. Kellen Moore is the installer. He's the one to call the plays. He basically said, don't look at me, look at that guy. And when that guy and all his damn trick plays that only seem to trick us failed, then he could go in and then be the hero. He had to do it that way. He had to. Or else it would have constantly been second guessing, how could you get rid of, a young, smart, a play caller that Dak Prescott really likes. You're old and antiquated. He had to let him fail. And I hate to kind of bask in somebody's failure, but you got to look at that and say, wow, we were right all along. He sucks. He sucks. And how about the Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett errors before it? When you think about the Cleveland Browns or the Commanders, if you're a quarterback, you don't want to go to those places. That's where quarterbacks' dreams go to die. For whatever reason, they kill people. And you wonder, like Steve Young. Steve Young goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2 years, 3 years, and they said, this guy just can't play football. He sucks. We'll cut him. You get San Francisco that gets him. They rehabilitate him. They have an offensive coach. Next thing you know, he's in the Hall of Fame. How many careers have been screwed up because the coaching and the team sucks? The bad man is no longer here. Pew. Roland's view, Kellen Moore set himself up. The offense wasn't bad. It runs so much better in the new West Coast offense. Well, the offense, okay. I'm going to give you, this is my take, okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm not in my mama's basement, okay? Her basement's actually a cellar, and she's got canned foods and stuff in there. And if the world's coming to an end, I'm heading to my mama's cellar, okay? Just to let you know. Ain't nothing wrong with mama's basement. I ain't going to lie to you. But I'm going to give you my take on this offense. And we've got Eagles now. A.J. Brown is literally saying, Aisha Robinson, what's up? See, look at that. The ratio just got even higher. Don't like that we family. Shh. Eastside. See, you know what, Eastside, you don't come in. If you say, you keep claiming that you want to be my son-in-law and my daughter and everything else and all this, and we family and stuff, then why are you coming in, first comment disrespecting me and my son, and then followed up with another one saying it's hilarious? There ain't no joke in that. That ain't no family. That's being a freaking asshole. Straight up, bro. Straight up. And I ain't putting up with that shit. Life is too short. and I've lost too many people that remind me how short time is. I'm 58 years old, and I'm not going to waste my time with frickin' idiots. If you want to be here, Eastside, you're welcome. We like you when you're not being a dick. Don't be a dick. Got it? Here's my take on the difference of this offense. Remember when Mike McCarthy said that we're gonna change some things, we're gonna speed up the offense, we're gonna simplify it, right? People took it as Dak Prescott. They have to simplify it because Dak is too stupid. He can't read defenses. He's not smart. He's not intelligent enough to be able to play quarterback in the end. That was the take on it. But here's what the thing is. I want you to think about this. They're doing 3 steps and 5-step dropbacks, which is what the West Coast offense is predicated on. And you're noticing Dak Prescott isn't going down that often. He's not getting sacked like crazy. And so here's the benefit of going quickly. Okay. First of all, your offensive line benefits because, A, I don't have to hold up for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Okay? 1, 2, 3, that ball's gone. And because they're not holding up and pass blocking for 4, 5, 6 seconds, where you're getting pushed back and you're getting this pocket that's becoming a mass of bodies. When you get that mass of bodies that are going backwards and you're trying to engage this guy and keep him off the quarterback, that's when you get guys that roll up on each other's legs. That's when you get feet stepped on. That's when you get those soft tissue injuries. You notice how our offensive line so far, knock on wood, since they finally got together after the San Francisco game, has stayed relatively healthy? I believe that's a direct correlation to us speeding up the offense so they don't have to block as long and they're not getting tangled up with each other in those pileups. Okay? The same is true for your quarterback. He's not getting knocked silly. He's just not. And for your receivers, they're catching the ball because it's like 1, 2, 3. They don't have time to stop. These aren't stop routes these aren't comeback routes like Kellen Moore would always call, which take longer to develop, where I'm going downfield. I have to stop and turn around. And the D-back is turning around with me, and he's got his eyes towards the quarterback where he can see where the ball is going and maybe makes a beat on the ball and gets an interception. They're getting the ball on the move. You notice how Jake Ferguson is getting so many yards after catch, how his yards per catch are so much more than Dalton Schultz. I don't know that per se that Jake Ferguson is that much better than Dalton Schultz. But if you remember, what we'd always see with passes to Dalton Schultz would be it's a comeback route. He's stopped. He's sitting. Or he's on the sidelines. We're attacking the middle of the field right now. We're hitting the guy in stride. His momentum is going downfield, and he's naturally going to pick up more yards. All these things are because you're doing these plays quickly right now. How wrong the media and the critics were about Dak. Now he's involved into a great quarterback, and Dak is playing lights out. The question is, here, I'm asked this one for a friend. Was Dak Prescott being held back by Kellen Moore? Mike McCarthy is doing the things that Dak Prescott does best. Moving the pocket. Moving the pocket. Play action. Pre-snap motion. And he's balancing it with the running game. You can look at the play calling evolving. See, here's the problem with the Eagles offense right now. Basically, they look and say, we got A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, and Devontae Smith. We're going to stand back here. We're going to throw the football to those 3 guys because Hurts can't run right now because his knee is jacked up. It's just throw the 3 guys. Dak Prescott has made completions to 13 different players on that field. 13 different players. Chuck, Eastside, get a bottle. Why is the game manager a bad thing? Dak is deadly on the move. And Cowboys Mafia, the thing is, that's nothing new. We all know the things that we did really great last year and going into the playoffs, which we end up not doing. Play action, 12 personnel, and moving the pocket. When it came to crunch time, Kellen Moore just forgot about all those things. Mark, I seen today that Parsons has been working with Mozzie Smith this week to get him ready for Sunday. He's been motivating him and basically saying, we need you to be the guy we know that you can be. If we're going to go all the way, we need you to be there, and motivating him to be the best player he can. And, let's hope that that's going to be the case. I hope we see a great player in there. Quite honestly, we have been fortunate that, the Eagles fans always tell us that, oh, he's not like Jalen Carter, he's a bust and this, that, and the other. We have been actually fortunate because we didn't need him to have to start and be a starter. It would be different if he had to start every single game and he was playing ass. Dak Prescott for MVP. Amen. What's up, Derek? Amodius, I will if I fall asleep. I'm usually asleep around midnight because of classes. Shout out to KC, working hard. Game managers aren't bad. It's just that the playmaker keeps the chains moving even when pressure is applied or being sacked. How about that Dak Prescott getting away from the sack there and then finding it, the ball? I mean, game manager, bus driver, all the things that we want to, the one thing I will say about Cam Newton's response, and I think some of this was to get a conversation started and get people more eyes on things, in which case he definitely did. And then when it came back around, he put a bullseye on the talking heads. It's like, what I said isn't any different than what all of you mother humpers out there who have never played the game or have never played the game at an elite level said. But somehow me, being a guy who has actually played the game, now it's considered a bad thing. And he has a complete point to that. How is it Joy Taylor can call somebody, a bum and has never played the game? How is it Dan Orlowski? Here's what's funny about Dan Orlowski. Okay, I looked up his numbers. Dak Prescott in the last 6 games has got more TD passes than Dan Orlowski had in his career. So if you need money advice, are you going to go to the guy who's been bankrupt 4 times? Is that where you're going to get your advice for money? The guy who's been bankrupt 4 times? Or are you going to go to the guy who's made a fortune? Because that's what we do when we listen to guys like Dan Orlowski, who, literally has done a 180 on interceptions. And it literally has admitted.
Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint. And I probably am guilty of this. Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint.
Here's the bottom line, Tay. You know how it is. Dak Prescott, people get mad about Dak Prescott. Oh, my God, they got it. And the conversation when Dak gets paid and he will become the highest paid player in the NFL. Everybody's going to be, oh, my God, you can't pay they stopped doing that, right? When Dak got paid, it was you can't pay a quarterback. Dan Orlowski's thing is, don't pay a good quarterback great quarterback money. Has anybody said anything about Daniel Jones getting paid? Anybody at all? Anybody say anything about Justin Herbert getting paid? Anything at all? Anything. Anybody said anything about Deshaun Watson getting a fully guaranteed contract and it literally has not done shit in Cleveland. Can't stay healthy, and even when he's healthy, can't play. Dan, are you here? Are you new here? You talking about Dak, $60 million for 2 playoff wins? Laughing my ass off. You know how much money Kirk Cousins has made in his career, bro? I believe that dude's made over $230 million. Would you believe Sam Bradford has made over $130 million himself? That Daniel Jones just got a contract that's worth $40 million a year? Dak Prescott has kept the Cowboys relevant. Say what you will that he can't win the big one. Without Dak Prescott, we're the Commanders. We're the Commanders. You can argue with me all you want. We're the frickin' Commanders. You can think that Andy Dalton, that those guys, remember? There's no drop-off between Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. The Cowboys shouldn't pay Dak Prescott. They should trade for Derek Carr, because Derek Carr is just doing incredible things for the Saints right now. Just incredible. No Philadelphia underdog. Yeah, I guess they're kind of hurting. I'm watching the Lakers getting manhandled by the dang Spurs. Oh, shit. Pass the haterade. My hopes is, I said a few weeks ago, I think before the Seattle game, I said every game from here on out is a playoff game. Because everything is about the seeding and getting your team right for the playoffs. And I said the playoffs started with Seattle. You saw how important that game was against the Eagles. The Eagles are now questioning themselves. They are literally imploding. They are going nuts. You now look to have at least, if you can hold on to that spot, at least to have 2 playoff games maybe at home if you win the first one. And maybe you got a chance, outside chance, to maybe even get the number 1 seed. That's huge. You are playing Sunday. Bury Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Bury them. Get your win, get out healthy, get home, and get ready for Tua. That's all you want. If we can do that, we find a way to win, and I don't care how we win. I don't care if it's by 2 points or by 40 points. Just get a win and get out healthy. Cutoff is waiting for his mom to be done with the computer. Oh, damn. Alan Williams, I haven't seen him either. All right, so, again, as we get ready, coming around the corner here, again, the season is fast approaching the end of it. The Commanders game is the 7th of January at FedEx Field. We don't know if it's going to be a 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 7 o'clock game just yet. If you are interested in going and need tickets, it's $199. We're in section 315. They have 56 tickets that are reserved. If you're going to do this, do it sooner than later because they will sell out within about a week or so. We're going to be in the red zone lot. If you want tickets, the community tab, there is a post in my community tab, or there's a video, and in the video about the tailgate, in the description is all the information. You can email me, cowboysmark94@gmail, if you have more questions. But there's a phone number on there for Jed Pilgrim at the, he's some senior accounts manager or whatever. But he's the one that you get the tickets from. It's $199 for a ticket, no extra fees like StubHub or anything like that. And it's section 315 club level. And the parking passes are $50. So that's what we got for that. I would love to see plenty of my Cowboys faithful there. I've got some patio heaters that I'll bring out there so we don't freeze our asses completely off. And we'll be doing the big sub and Jobu wings and everything else, and we'll be ready to take on the Washington Commanders. Kirk Cousins signed a contract at 18, fully guaranteed. Yeah, and has made over $220 million in his career. And somebody's saying, $60 million for 2 playoff wins? Well, the Giants paid $40 million for 2 touchdown passes for Daniel Jones. So there's that. Eastside, you irritate the host, which in turn irritates us. There you go. Yeah, Eastside, next time, try to come in like you have some manners, bro. Okay? The Bills won't be able to handle that Cowboys defense. Alan Williams, I think so too. One of these days, I'll join your tailgate, Mark. Well, this year, I didn't do all the things that I wanted to do this year because everything has been trying to get this red brick house done. But I am not mad at all. So $199 ticket, $50 parking, plus gas and cost of hazmat suit. Oh, man. Just get your tetanus shot. That's all you need, bro. Just get your tetanus shot. And quite frankly, being in the parking lot is actually better than being in the stadium. Just saying. All right, good people. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. And tomorrow I will be live streaming, I believe, all of the games because we're coming down the tail end of the NFL season, and I don't want it to end. But as always, I appreciate you guys.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you.